Hey guys, how y'all doing? I guess that's a better question right now. Um, I'm not okay. This video is probably like 5 attempts in. I picked up the camera and wanted to talk. Then I just couldn't get my words together. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to say it. Um, these last few days have been up and down, up and down. Uh, I just felt like it was important to feel. I think a lot of us are so quick to grab our phones and just, take in everything at one time, talk about it, in real time. And sometimes I just feel like you just need to step back and just feel. And I'm not telling anybody how to feel, because if that's your way of feeling, then by all means do that. For me, I had to kind of like take a pause from it all and just take my information in doses. Um, there was a lot of pain, there was a lot of hurt, there was a lot of anger, there was a lot of sadness. Um, Surprise was one of the emotions that I did not feel. I'm not surprised about any of the things that have occurred in the last few days, or period, because this is the world that we live in. And I'm honest with myself to understand and know that this is not something that's going to change within a day. This is not something that's going to change within a year. This is going to take time. This is going to take us deciding that we need to show that we can stand together, like outside of any other culture. Because I'm only speaking for the culture that I know, for the race that I know, that I live in, that I breathe in, that we have to be together first. We have to understand what our struggles are. We need to understand why we feel the way we feel. We need to be able to vocalize our hurt and our pain. Whether people understand it, appreciate it, or respect it, we need to be vocal about it. I felt like these few days I was triggered. That's the best word I can come up with. Triggered. Every little thing was triggering me. Things that had nothing to do with race, nothing to do with the issues at hand, triggered me. So now I'm like a ball of energy, of several different energies, from different things going on, personal things, financial things, work things, personal things, all at once. But what's triggering me the most is people that you're around of different races aren't necessarily going to understand what you're going through. And I won't say it's your job to explain it to them, because at the end of the day, we're the ones that have to live it. But if you're going to be around them, if they're going to be a part of your experience, your interactions and stuff, it's probably going to be important enough to relate to them, like checking them, hey, this is not right, or hey, you might not want to do that type of things. So in the last few days, I've been triggered with a whole lot of privilege. Privilege of people who don't understand the financial struggles and the racial struggles of me and my culture. So I find myself having to be the black woman, because I am not a girl, the black woman, to say, hey, that might seem like it's not important to you, but sir, ma'am, that's important to me. I've found myself saying, hey, this is not of importance, but this is of importance, and you shouldn't just throw it up under the rug. So as someone who's turned herself somehow into an advocate at work for being that voice of reasoning, to say, hey, I'm speaking for the massive, I find myself having to check people and letting them know this is not okay. Please revisit that. And it's just it's getting annoying, to the point where I find myself zoning out, not silencing myself, but deciding to choose when I speak. So instead of me getting on here as soon as everything was happening, reposting it and just going through that trauma and going through that hurt over and over again, I decided to sit, be still, organize my thoughts, be, so that I could get on here and be impeccable with the words that I share, because I want to be very clear in everything that I'm saying. So for some, I seen typing, people telling people how they feel, very important. I appreciate you guys for even taking the time to share that, because it's important to feel, and people don't understand. Feelings matter. They're important. So as I'm seeing people online, I'm getting more and more triggers. So I know it's time for me to get offline. So I take a day and decide, no more. Not going to post on my business page, not going to post on my page. I'm just going to gracefully bow out and be one with my thoughts. I get back on and I'm seeing what happened, of course, in Minnesota, but then yesterday what happened in Atlanta. And I'm just trying to understand. Okay, I get it. We're hurt. We are hurt. I completely get it. But I think the mission and the goal is getting lost, because I'm not going to tell you guys not to loot. I'm not going to tell you guys not to release your anger. I can't tell you how to feel. But what I can say is there needs to be a plan. Instead of busting down the windows on that black-owned business and tearing down something that was supposed to be for us. Because believe it or not, when that business opens, it's for us. It's a notch saying that we did that. You don't have to pay any money into it. You didn't have to buy the building. You didn't have to buy the inventory. You didn't have to support that business. That's us, though. We fight so hard to just be this much. This much. For someone random just to come in there and to tear it down for what? What did that prove? You could have took that same energy and went to the governor's mansion and sat in front of it and protested until he got his ass up and came to the door. Then he would have had to been accountable for something. That would have been something to do. Write a list. Get down all these people that are online showing themselves, showing how racist they are, showing how they're disrespecting us. Go over there. Disrespect their businesses. Show them that we're here and we're not going anywhere. But going to that black business and tearing it down, what is that doing? That's hurting us even more. Then that's causing us to not feel safe in our own communities. Then we're fighting each other when we're supposed to be united so we can show people that we are to be respected, that we are valued, that we are worthy. But if we're tearing our own community down, how are they supposed to respect us? We can't respect our fucking selves. That's a problem. That's not okay. What are we doing here? I'm annoyed. I'm triggered. I am triggered. Okay? I literally broke down the other day. So many emotions. I broke down because it was just too much. Too much. Then I get online and I'm seeing some more division. I'm seeing, people, oh, where's T.I.? Where's Jay-Z and Beyonce? Why aren't they speaking on anything? And they can chime in, and Keisha Lance's bottoms and stuff like that. Let me make this clear. I'm putting no trust, no hope, and I hate to use excuse me, I hate to use hope because that's not the word that I really want. But I'm not putting all of my hope into changing this in one person. This is going to take a massive amount of people to show who we are and what we truly are. Okay? Because we're not just these dangerous thugs. We're not gangsters. We're not ignorant. How they put us on the screens and how they showcase us. That's not us. But right now, that's what we're showing. We're showing that we can't come together and do something without it be violent, without being negative. Protest. Show your anger. But do it in an effective way where it makes sense. Make it make sense. Don't just do shit to do shit. Make it make sense. See, my brain works in logic. So when there's a problem, my brain already starts to figure out, okay, hey, this is annoying. I don't like this is going on. What can I do to fix it? How can I put these pieces together to solve the puzzle? Y'all not solving shit breaking into Lenox, stealing Prada bags and Gucci and Fendi and Dior. That ain't fixing shit. You're going to take it and use that money and blow it on something stupid. That's doing nothing for us. Nothing. You're tearing down the same city that could potentially be shut down. Then we're sitting in the house, and then what? We already have a pandemic going on. What else do you guys want? Take this time to sit still. Get your shit together. Figure out what the real plan is. Organize it. Killer Mike said a whole lot of things, and I felt him. And I think that's really what got me fired up and said, you know what, go ahead. Just go ahead and make the video. Because organizing and then mobilizing is very fucking important. We can't just go out there and just do some bullshit. That ain't helping nothing. No one takes us serious that way. And I'm saying all of this from the comfort of my home, abso-fucking-lutely. Because when the shit gets real and we figure out a real plan, then I want to be a part of it. But I don't want to be a part of you guys looting unnecessary businesses and tearing down our own kind. We're not going to do that. And I'm not signing up for that. I'm not a part of that pack. But as soon as we want to do something great, because I wish I had the answer. I wish I fucking had the answer, because I'd be the first one there trying to figure it out. Because I'm scared for black men. I'm scared as a black woman, but I am very scared for our black men. And if you guys don't know that, I support you, I love you, I care about you. But this ain't it. So, all you guys that are putting these celebrities on this pedestal and feeling like, oh, they didn't do this person didn't do that. Don't do that. For what? These are the same people, okay, that are going to look for the same solutions that you're looking for. They're out there hoping and praying someone comes up with it as well. Stop putting them on this fucking pedestal. That's not where they belong. The only difference between you and them is they took an opportunity and made a profit off of it. They are human. Cut them, they will bleed. So instead of saying, what did this person do and that person do, figure out what can you do. Because Jay-Z can put $20,000 on the table today and say, hey, let's put that towards something like that. And that won't be enough. There'll be somebody in the crowd that say, oh, Jay-Z only gave $20,000, but he worth $2 billion. You see what I'm saying? There's no way to go. Oh, yeah, Jay-Z can go out there and he can walk the streets with y'all. You know what that's going to cause? Mass hysteria. Because the focus won't be there anymore. The focus will be on him instead of what the issue is. So sometimes you need to figure out everybody's position. And sometimes people's positions is to be the funding for the issue. And that's okay. Because if we don't have the money, how are we going to make it happen? So where there might be 5,000 people being arrested for protesting and doing some stupid shit, there needs to be somebody else on the other side of the line to go ahead and get those people out. Because a lot of them can't even afford to be arrested. And they're fighting the cause just for us. So if that's what his goal is and that's what he's going to do, if that's what Beyonce's going to do, is that what Oprah's going to do, and that's what P. Diddy is going to do, or whoever else wants to be involved, then that's what they're going to do. But me sitting at home, I can't judge a man, a human being who bleeds just like me for how they do things. I'm pretty sure these people are not just sitting still. I'm pretty sure there are things happening. It's always some bad situation that happens, and 6 months down the line, you hear what they contributed to the cause. It wasn't spoken of in the midst of everything because that's not the focus. They're not doing it so that you guys feel good about it. They're doing it because they felt like they needed to do that. I'm tired. That should not be the focus right now. It's literally like arguing with our own selves. We're fighting each other instead of fighting the real issues. Fuck those 4 cops that allowed that man to sit there and die. Fuck all 4 of them. I hope they are all arrested and held accountable for their disgusting actions. I hope this is an example to the rest of the racist people around here that if you want to be racist, you better keep it real cute and keep it fucking mute. Because if you decide to bring your racism to the streets and make it a problem where it causes us to die, to feel disrespected, we will respond. And we should not have to be killed because you don't like who we are, what we do, because we're living and breathing the same air that you are. You need to go to therapy and figure out what's wrong with you and stop letting your issues affect us, because we're not the problem. We're not bothered by you. I'm black proud, okay? Black and proud and unbothered, okay? Make that very clear. So I don't feel less than. You feel like you have to let me know that you're superior or some shit. In my world, I'm just as great as everybody else. So I'm praying for the most unprotected human being, the black man. I am praying for the most disrespected human being, the black woman. And I'm hoping that we can figure out a way, because this ain't it. I didn't come with notes. There's probably more things I wanted to address, but I gotta take this shit in doses. So maybe I'll come back again and talk about it some more. But I felt like it was my duty to verbalize my feelings, to speak on what's going on, and make it known that I'm not mute because I don't see it and I'm trying to avoid it and I'm oblivious to it. I needed my time, and I took my time, and I don't apologize for my time. So that's that. Leave your comments below if you like. If not, that's fine as well. I still feel the way I feel, and I'm still going to continue to stay abreast on what's going on. Watch the things I can in doses. Get on Twitter like I've been doing and reporting racist comments, following through, looking for information, and keeping these people accountable for the things they're doing. If that means finding their job locations and sending emails or making phone calls, whatever it takes for everybody to be accountable. Just like we're accountable when we do things, they need to be accountable for taking our lives. Stay strong and be blessed.